Hiya, I'm that James Wisdom, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of one of my Lego boxes. Today we've got DC Comics Superheroes Jokerland. So today I'm going to open up, for my first Lego unboxing video, I'm planning on doing a bunch of these hopefully, the DC Superheroes Jokerland set. It's quite a large set. You can see you get 8 minifigures here, including Beast Boy and Starfire, who are completely new figures. We've not seen those characters in Lego before. You've also got some variations on other characters, such as Harley Quinn, who's just this one here. It's the lingerie version of Harley Quinn by the looks of it. That sort of newer style rather than the old school one, which I've got from the previous Joker Funhouse type set. So let's have a look at the other side of the box as well. You can see it comes with a bunch of different sort of builds by the looks of it in here. And on the back it shows us all of the different actions and things we can perform with the set. So we've got the new jumper thing and all the different things we can do with the jumpers. You've got the Harley Quinn riding down the tightrope type thing. There's also the fireballs from the Batmobile, which you can see here. And by the looks of it, from the pie gun, the shooter-matic, it says on the side of it there, we've got the fireballs from the rear of the Batmobile and the front of the Batmobile. Great, so let's get the box opened up and see what we've got inside it. So I'll just flip this around this way. I've got a knife here. Don't try this at home, kids. There we go. Slide in there. Wow, we can already see largish bits of Lego here. These are the... see, where are we in focus? We're in focus here. Yeah, so we've got the slide there. Let's slide out all the bags. Oh, this is a heavy box. There's a lot of stuff in here, as you can see. So there's the box, empty now. Pop that to one side. And we've got, as usual, all the different numbered bags here. So how many have we got? Looks like there are 8 bags. So that's bag... Probably shouldn't talk over the Lego noises, sorry about the noise. So that's bag 8. Let's just sort of section them all out quickly. So we have bag 5 there, which looks like lots of Harley Quinn stuff. I can already see that Starfire's head is in that set. Bag 4, which is our Harley Quinn. Bag 1, here we are. There's going to be Joker and Batman and the shooter-matic by the looks of it in that bag. Bag 2, I'm guessing those are Batmobile type bits just based on the does it come in black or dark grey colours we've got there. So that's 1 and 2. Where's bag 3? There you go, yeah, that's more Batmobile looking stuff there, so that's clearly another Batmobile bag. Bag 4 and 5. Bag 6. Looks like Penguin's little set here. Yeah, there's Penguin's body in the bottom there. 7. I think this is the main Joker piece. You can probably tell from all the purple. I'm guessing the slide's going to go with that. And I think bag 8 is going to be the Joker head on the top there as well. So there you go, that's 8 bags. Let's section them out into 2 piles. 1 through 4 and 5 through 8 there. You've also got the instruction book, which is quite a thick one there. You can see that's all book. So, you know, it's about over ½ centimetre thick, that is. Nice shiny stickers here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's take it all out of the bag and have a look. It's not an easy open bag by the looks of it, so it's a good thing I brought that knife over. Let's go back through there again. Let's be careful with that. That's just a kitchen knife. You're probably best off having some sort of craft knife for this. And then there's all the bits. Let's discard that bit of packaging there. Comic as always. Actually this one for me is the last set of the current ones that I needed to get all the characters. So I've got myself my Deathstroke and Robins and stuff like that. I've got all of those from this set. So that can go to one side. I do like those little comics that they come with. The little tick guide here, just for these 2 sets. Stickers. There's always loads of stickers with these Lego sets you get. As I said, there's some shiny ones here. I don't know where we are in focus. Let's see if... this is all manual focus, so I'm going to not pull it all the way to here, because you probably won't be able to see it. You can kind of see that a little bit. Let's see if I can get that a bit more in focus for you. No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see. Oh, I've not got the manual focus up. Anyway, never mind. There's a Joker sticker there. It looks like a bunch of playing cards. And here are some other ones for the Toxic Dunk Tank, Harley's Wheel of Fire, Deadly Rubber Duckies, Carnivore, Free Fall, and Jokerland over the top of Happy Land, and then the two at the bottom here for the Shooter-matic, and a little instruction-y thing, yeah, that was probably Batmobile stuff. That's for something else. I don't know where that comes from. Probably the Shooter-matic or something like that. But there you go. There are your stickers. Always get some stickers with these sorts of things now, rather than printing on them. There's the slide that I pulled out straight away, so let's pop that to one side as well. And here's the book. It's a meaty book there. You can see there's a huge amount of stuff in this book here. Because this is just a standard set, there's nothing special about this book, so we've not got any kind of little Batman facts or anything. It does tell us what's in each of the bags though. So we've got in the first bag the goop tank here. You've got the cannon, the Shooter-matic, a little penguin, a little Joker robot, Joker and Batman. In bags 2 and 3 we make the Batmobile. I actually haven't got a Batmobile. I've got a Bat boat and a Bat helicopter and a Bat plane, but I haven't actually got a Batmobile yet, so this is nice to have. Let's have a look at the other side here. Bag 4, as I say, is the Harley Quinn stuff. So we also get Robin and Harley Quinn in that bag. So they've kind of sectioned out bags to have both characters and stuff in them. So that's always the way they tend to do these things. So we've got the Harley Quinn one in bag 4, the Poison Ivy one in bag 5, and the Penguin one in bag 6. 7 and 8 are the big Joker slide and other stuff thing. And yeah, there's all the Jokerland main area type stuff. First page, as usual, how to put your minifigures together. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I went to a place on the market in St Albans. Shouldn't say that really, but in St Albans, near where I live, they were selling these minifigures, and they put all the capes on over their bloody arms, didn't they? Rather than over the necks. I was really upset. In a really geeky, nerdy way, as you would be. So rather than look through the whole book with you now, because I'm sure you can see what's in the book there, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get all of these bags out. I like to get all my Lego bits out all at once, because I'm like that. I find it more fun to just all the bags at once and search through all the bits. Although that said, I wouldn't necessarily do it with a set of this size. I am going to do it now. I'll do one bag at a time. We'll go through and we'll have a look at any special bits that we might have in these bags. So let's move the book and the stickers out of the way for a second, and then we'll get bags 1 and 2 opened up. So here's bag 1, which, let's tear this open. There you go. These bags are always super easy to open. Hopefully none of this stuff all rolls off of the sofa that I've got it all on here in front of me. There you go. Heads rolled off and some other bits rolled off there. And another small bag. There's one small bag inside here by the looks of it. Just the one small bag within this larger bag at the moment. Just these out the way a bit. Push them all back. There we go. Still see them, but they're out the way a little bit more. Get those bits of plastic out of the shot. And small bag. Small bag opened up there. Oh, almost lost a stud. That's why they supply you with spares. When you do these sorts of things, they all roll all over the place. This little box, for those of you unaware of these kind of things, the box is always what contains the capes. It keeps them nice and neat and fresh. I wonder what kind of cape they've given Batman this time. A recent Superman set I had the softer cape, which I found didn't work as well as the harder, more sort of plastic form cape. This does actually feel like it is probably the softer cape. So we'll see how that works. Let's put Batman together if we can find all his bits. Oh, So there's Batman's head trying to escape me. There's the body. So let's put the cape on there, and then head on there. Let's have him looking as grumpy as possible. Problem with Batman, everything's black and my sofa's black, so you can't really see him. There you go, nice grumpy looking Batman. He's got quite a dark complexion, this one, actually, because the head is a black printed head. Oh, I can't see his legs immediately. Ah, there they are. Oops, we've got some dual printed legs here. Let's just double check these legs. You can see they're dual printed if I hold them up closer, hopefully. Well, you can't see that very well, but they are dual printed, these. I've noticed with two minifigures I got recently that they've started on the arms. There's a Superboy minifigure I got recently. The arms are actually made of two different coloured pieces of plastic, so it's not just printed on, which is interesting. So yeah, we've got the softer cape, which I find isn't quite as good. You can see a lot more around the neck area. It's quite a lot thicker, the material, which I guess maybe stops it tearing so easily. I don't know, because I don't really use these for play. But I've got to say that it's a bit stretchier than I would like it to be. So that's not too bad though. It's a new Batman. I've got like 7 Batman now, because they always supply all these things with Batman. I'd love it if they did some ones that weren't Batman related, but hey ho. I won't put the Joker together right this second. He's the same Joker as my other ones, I think. I don't think they've made any changes to the Joker at all. Same classic look, same classic green hairpiece. It sits on top there. I don't know, maybe the head's a little bit different. I can just reach behind me actually, because I've got another Joker behind me, so I'll do that. Here's the Joker I got from a newspaper. It was a special one from a newspaper. I'm pretty certain he's exactly the same. See if I can get him out of his little bumper car. I love that bumper car. It's one of my favourite little models actually. One of my favourite DC ones certainly. Okay, so he's not exactly the same. He's got a different chest piece, although his head is identical. So his body piece is different. The new one has a bow tie and a blue waistcoat over an orange shirt, rather than the older one, which has got the green waistcoat, flower, and a slightly different tie, much more sort of like a ribbon tied around his neck rather than a bow tie. But there you go. Let's get rid of this one. We don't want this one in the shot anymore. So there are the 2 minifigures we got in that set. Let's try and put them on my hand. Get them in shot for you. I'll try and do a zoom in on this. If they're in focus, I'll be able to zoom them in on the screen. But there you go. Batman and Joker. That's the first set of pieces. You've got your jump pad here as well. It's just a see-through bit of plastic. You push it down and it pings, basically. Right. Get the bits of plastic out of the way of that. So that's the first set of stuff. What I'll do, you know what I might do is I'm going to build these as I go. So I'm just going to stop talking for a moment, and what I'll do is I'll do a quick stop frame build, and then we'll continue on with the next bag for the Batmobile stuff. Okay, so that's our first bag, and in the first bag we got the dunk tank, which was the last thing I built, last thing in the instructions. It's fairly vague, it's just a sort of toxic waste thing. It's pretty good. When I was building it, I found that it was really hard to get the bottom plates on in any steady way. Oh, there you go, you can see pieces come out now already. I think that was because I wasn't working to a hard surface. It's quite cool, but I mean, you will need to work a hard surface to work on, because obviously we're working on something quite soft here, so everything bounces a bit when I push down. The little Joker robot is really cool. I really like him. He's really great fun. His head bobs up and down. He's got a little wind-up wheel thing here. Great little thing. Nice. Equally, we've got the little explodey penguin. He's kind of cool. Just a little penguin made of Lego with a little dynamite in one hand, fin, flipper thing, wing. It'll be a wing because it's a penguin. Other than that, we've got the Shootomatic, which is a little cannon. It pulls back and then pushes forwards. You flick it and it's supposed to fire out each of these little cannonball things here. You can see it's just little black balls. They don't do much. I don't know how well it works. Let's try it out. Let's pop one in. I like the fact that it's got the little the loading thing here. So let's see how well this works. Give it a flick. Oh, reasonably well. Depends how hard you flick it, I guess. But yeah, it's alright. I'll pick that up in a minute. You get 3 of those little ball things. Speaking of pieces you get, if I just move my dunk tank out the way here and my Shootomatic out the way here, these are all the spare bits I've got, which is quite a lot actually, but not surprising. I've got each of the coloured studs that I used here. So there's one greeny yellowy colour one for the toxic waste studs. You've got the purple one, which was for the arms of the robot. Little flat red one, so there's no top stud on that. And that is for the face of the little robot there. You've got the square single piece in green, again for the robot. You've got the Joker's pie here, which isn't a spare bit. 2 guns. Let me just have a quick skim in the instructions. I feel like maybe the guns are for the robot, but I don't think it told me to put the guns on the robot, or did I miss it? Yes, so the gun is for the robot, and the pie is for the Joker. So there we go, that goes on there. It's got a little gun, so you get a spare gun as well. You've got a batarang for Batman there. So there's a spare little lever piece. But yeah, all the small pieces come with a spare. There's also this spare one of these loading things. It didn't ask me to put a second one on the Shootomatic, although there is space for a second one on the Shootomatic. It just doesn't say anything about putting it on there, so I didn't. So that's a spare, or I guess you could just put it the other side, just here, instead. I prefer it with just the one personally, and I think I'll stick with just the one. But there you go, that's the first bag out the way. So I'm going to clear all that off, so I'll stop for a second, clear all that off, and then we'll come back with the Batmobile. Okay, so there's been a little bit of readjustment here. I've also sat on a beanbag, so hopefully there won't be too much rustling, but it'll help my knees at least. So I'm just going to grab bags 2 and 3, which are these guys here. It's bag 2, which is a reasonably sized bag, and then bag 3. There's bag 3. We should find that we don't have any minifigures in here. It should just be Batmobile pieces, from my understanding. Based on the look of it, certainly all you've got in here is black and yellow, and then a little bit of dark grey stuff as well, which is very Batman colours. So that seems very reasonable. So let's get bag 2 opened up and have a look what we got in there. Alley-oop. Let's try and not let anything roll off. You can see I've put a bit of white down because of all this black. I wanted you to be able to see what was going on here. And I've cleared off all of the stuff from the previous. So the Shootomatic has gone, the dunk tank thing has gone, but I've got white. I left Batman and the Joker out because I just feel it's nice to see the minifigures while we're going through all of this stuff as we go through it. open that small bag as well. There's lots of small bits here. I can see a nice cool orange stud. I do like the little orange studs, I've got to say. They're not particularly common. They're getting more common now that you can actually fire the studs using the firing pieces. But yeah, I quite like all the different studs. I actually brought in, while I was setting up, I've got 2 jars for my spares and bits. Oh, look at that. That's a nice big tyre trying to roll away there. Presumably there will be 4 of those, unless we've got some sort of bat tricycle or something else like that. Bag of small bits with the bright yellow studs in there as well. So let's pour them out. And there you go. So that's those. I don't think there are any particularly special pieces in here. We can see, just based on the video, on the things here, yeah, it's just mostly normal stuff. I imagine we are going to be using probably both of these 2 stickers at the bottom here. This one looks like a little control panel. It says escaped on it, and it's got a picture in green of the Joker. And obviously this one here has got the bat symbol on it, so it's probably just going to be the front of the car. Otherwise, yeah, as I say, you've got the big wheels with yellow inserts, so they're kind of cool. You've got that nice engine piece, which is a bit of a strange sculpted piece, which I'm not always a fan of in Lego. I quite like it when Lego have all their pieces as just made of non-unique pieces. The more unique a piece has to be, the less successful I feel the model is a lot of the time. But obviously sometimes there are exceptions to that. And I doubt this is designed specifically for this. It's probably been in a bunch of other Lego sets. They have a lot of Lego racing sets. Probably was in that Riddler and Batman dragster set as well. Okay, so that's all the pieces there. You've got a bunch of studs, as I say. They're going to be for firing out based on what we saw in the box. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to start building the bloody thing. And this time, rather than doing just sped up footage, I'm probably going to take some photos while I'm going. I might see if I can do both. I'm not sure my camera's going to let me, but we'll see what we get. Okay, so that's the Batmobile. It's actually really nice, a really nice model. Really solid build. You've got on this, you've got the two rear firing pieces, which are these two stud firers here, and on the front you've got two missile firers that come out of this circular bit at the front here. You can't see it very well, it's all black. Top comes off really easy, two stickers used. You've got the one on the roof here that I'm holding, and then inside there's the Joker sticker on the control panel, which you might be able to see. Yeah, there you go, you can see it just there, just in front of my finger there, hopefully. Yeah, there you go, that's it, just in there. It's a really nice little build. Lots of spare pieces, as you can see, left over here. Bunch of studs, so we got 1, 2, 3, probably 4-inch studs. No, just the 3 orange studs for spares for firing. We've got the one yellow, which was used in the build. You got a couple of the other slanted pieces, including the slanted gridded pieces, the small slanted pieces. Don't remember where I used that, but I did apparently, because there definitely should be a spare one, so that's right. And what else we got here? Just a normal stud, and you know, the individual single pieces, all the small bits in there. So let's have a quick look. These things tend to fire pretty well. The back pieces, it's not really worth me showing you how they fire. There's a little thing on the top there. If you haven't seen these, it doesn't really matter. It's just a click and it pings out. The thing on the top, the actual firing mechanism for the missiles is really clever. What you've got is you've got a single piece, I think it's 6 long across the top here, 6x2, with the holes in. So there are holes in the top of this. You probably can't see it all that well because of all the black again. But what you do is you put 2 of these kind of pieces, these little things here, these are the blue ones, but the ones I've put in is a black one with a little round ball on the end, which are usually the ball and socket joints. And when you press them, out comes the missile. So, and they fire pretty far, so that just went into my kitchen, which is all the way at the other side of this room, which is, what, 10 feet-ish? So we've just fired a missile about 10 feet. That's good. That's a really nice little model there. Lovely little Batmobile. Glad it came with this set as well, because it means now I've got a Batman and a Batmobile to go together. So there you go, it's my Batman and my Batmobile. And we've had the Joker in his little Joker cannon already. So what I'll do next is I'll crack out bag 4 and we'll have a look in bag 4. I am aware this video is getting quite long, so we'll see how we go with that. I might break this down into a few videos, or I might just leave it all as one thing. So if I do break it down, thank you for watching. I've been that James Wisdom. Please come back and watch the next part of the video, and any more Lego builds I do. This, as I say, has been a bit of a test. I have got the Lego Cinema, the Palace Cinema, that I'm going to build, and I want to do that as a video as well, an unboxing of that at the very least, even if it's not a full build of it. So do come back, do come watch my videos. I also do a weekly vlog, which is the Naked Truth response video to Trisha Hirschberger's thing. I'm on all the social media. I like to put a lot of Lego pictures up on Instagram. Do some short vines of stop frame builds of these as well. So please follow me on all of those social media things, and thank you very kindly.